स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तः कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथो श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Let us spend few minutes in meditation. Let us offer our salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, and to Sri Adi Shankaracharya, seeking their blessings to realize the truth. As you inhale and exhale, concentrate on the breathing process. Think of positive vibrations, pure vibrations, peaceful vibrations, strong vibrations, and healthy vibrations, destroying your negativity, restlessness, weaknesses, impurities, and diseases from the mind and the body. Slowly exhale the positive, pure, peaceful vibrations. Think deeply. I am not the Annamaya Kosha. I am not the Pranamaya Kosha. I am not the Manomaya Kosha. I am not the Vijnanamaya Kosha. I am not the Anandamaya Kosha also. Then who am I? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am that immortal bliss. I am the Atman. Just be a witness of your thoughts for a few seconds. Let us send positive, peaceful, pure, and other wonderful thoughts to all people, known and unknown, in the whole city, state, country, and the whole world. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. Offering our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, Mother and Swamiji and Adi Shankaracharya, let us move forward. सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. तपोभिक्षीणपापानाम् शान्तानां वीतरागिणाम् मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते. तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणाम् मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् Atmabodho vidhiyate. I am composing Atmabodha or self-knowledge to serve the needs of those who have been purified through the practice of austerities. Tapaha, they're all there. Impurities have been destroyed. Kshina papana. As a result, they are very pure, very calm, shantana, free from desires, vitaragina, and other cravings. What do they want? Mumokshuna. They become desirous of liberation only. For such people, Atmabodha is relevant and useful. So we are meeting after one gap of one class. Last Sunday, Ramanavami, we had the puja, etc. So revision is always good to keep up the spirit. So let us chant from 31 to 41 and 42 also. That book was there outside. Just check. 11 copies I had kept. Atma Bodha. People have taken. English. Rama, please check. 11 copies were there. English text. (31) देहान्यत्वा न मे जन्मः जराकर्ष्यलयादयः शब्दादिविषयैः सङ्गः निरिन्द्रियतया न च अमनस्त्वान्न मे दुःखः रागद्वेषभयादयः अप्राणो ह्यमना शुभ्रा इत्यादि श्रुतिशासनात्. 33 एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी निर्गुणो निष्क्रियो नित्यः निर्विकल्पो निरञ्जनः निर्विकारो निराकारो नित्यमुक्तोऽस्मि निर्मलः अहमाकाशवत् सर्वं बहिरन्तर्गतोऽच्युतः सदा सर्वसमसिद्धः निस्सङ्गो निर्मलोऽचलः नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तैकम् अखण्डानन्दमद्वयम् सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं यत् परं ब्रह्माहमेव तत्. एवं निरन्तराभ्यस्ता ब्रह्मैवास्मीति वासना हरत्यविद्याविक्षेपात् रोगानिवरसायनम् विविक्तदेश आसीनः विरागो विजितेन्द्रियः भावयेदेकमात्मानं तमनन्तमनन्यधीः. आत्मन्येवाखिलं दृश्यं प्रविलाप्य धिया सुधीः भावयेदेकमात्मानं निर्मलाकाशवत्सदा रूपवर्णादिकं सर्वं विहाय परमार्थवित् परिपूर्णचिदानन्दः स्वरूपेणावतिष्ठते ज्ञातृज्ञानज्ञेयभेदः परेणात्मनि विद्यते चिदानन्दैकरूपत्वात् दीप्यते स्वयमेव तत्. Up to 41, it is Nididhyasana shlokas, meditative shlokas. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? In 10 beautiful verses, Shankara is instructing us that you are this, you are that. You are not the destructible, you are not inside, you are not outside, you are not limited. And sitting in a solitary place, freeing the mind from desires, controlling the senses, Vijitendriyaha, meditate with one-serving attention on the infinite Atman, Bhavayed Ekamatmanam, Tamananta Ananyadhihi, without a second. All these are Nididhyasana shlokas, 3 stages of learning, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Earlier shlokas is all Shravana, listen, 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 then Manana, meditate, think about it, analyze it, conceptualize it, then sit in a quiet place and meditate on these powerful shlokas, meaning of the shlokas. Memorize it and also meditate on it. If you memorize, it will be easy. Book is not necessary. Suppose you come for meditation or you are sitting quietly in your house. Let it be a meditative exercise regularly, every day. At least 2 shlokas every day. Keep up that spirit of the Atman burning bright. 42nd onwards till the end, it is all the benefit of Nididhyasana. What will I get? What will you get? The sadhaka, what is the experience of the sadhaka? So 42 we were dealing in the first Sunday of this month, April. That also will recite now, 42. Evamatma ranamo dhyanam mathane satatam krite. Evamatma ranau dhyanam mathane satatam krite. Uditavagatirjvala sarvagnanendhanam dahe. Sarvagnanendhanam dahet. What is meditation? Generally, 2 important points please keep in mind to understand, have a clarity about meditation. Meditation is swimming against the current. This is the first point. Meditation is not just sitting quietly somewhere. A big war is going on inside, tug of war between Prakriti and the Atma. When my concentration reduces, when there is distraction, this and that, Prakriti takes over. Physically present, mentally roaming about everywhere. But when you are trained physically, mentally, emotionally, you can swim against the flow of the river. You become a very healthy, strong fish, a big fish. When we see in the flow of the rivers, the big fish will be swimming upwards. The tiny fish, the minnows and tiny fellows will be swept off. They don't have the strength. But the big fish will challenge. Heavy flow, these also will be slowly maneuvering and going forward. Meditation is like that. Prakriti is the flow, taking you away to samsara, taking you away to bhoga, taking you away to enjoyments. But the meditator, the seeker, the jignasu, he will fight nature. We should always keep in mind the shloka of the Kathopanishad. Kaschid dhiraha. Always memorize these shlokas. Kaschid dhiraha. Some heroic man. He said, Bahut ho gaya, enough is enough. I am a victim of nature. I am a slave of nature. Whether body or desires of eating and sensual pleasures. No, I am not going to allow nature to sit on my head. I will hold nature away from me. Kaschit dhiraha. Some great man. What did he do? By willpower, by his concentration, pratyahara dharana. He fixed the mind in the Atman, reverse process, reverse osmosis process, like we get pure water. Avritta chakshuhu amritatvam icchan. Very inspiring. Mumukshunam, their amritatvam icchan. Avritta, U-turn తీసుకున్నాడు. He just turned his energy inside. Seeing outside, antarmukhi bhava, antarmukhi bhava, antarmukhi bhava. Before you come to meditation, whether in Ramakrishna Math temple or in your house, tell your mind, now antarmukhi bhava, next 1 hour. No bahirmukhi business. Going on and on outside, morning till night. Tongue is outside, mouth is outside, hand is going outside. Enough. At least 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. That is why posture is important. Control your hands also. Control your legs. Detach yourself from other sounds. Do some pranayama so that energy will be balanced. Avritta chakshu amritatvam icchan. So meditation, one example, one principle is swimming against the current. Another principle is climbing against gravitation. Meditation is climbing against gravitation. Body, gravitation pulls your body. But the mountaineer who is climbing Mount Elbrus, who is climbing Mount Everest, who is climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, it is not that easy as we talk or as we see the video. We appreciate them. Oh, Manchi, great man you are. But do it. You will understand the difficulty. Every step is a challenge. Breathlessness. They carry the oxygen. Weather conditions may be favorable, may not be favorable. One wrong step, 5,000 feet, 7,000 feet or 10,000 feet, the body will fall like a stone. It will be crushed to death. Even then people are doing. Climbing against gravitation. How long? Are they settling there? Are they having a tea party there? 10 minutes. Maximum Mount Everest, 15 minutes. Maximum. Between 10:45 and 11. And you have to come back after 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, if you are there in the morning, it seems it is called death zone. Death time. Mrityave swaha. It will simply swallow you. The icy winds will cut your body to pieces. You will be frozen to death. People are doing. Conquering nature. When somebody is going at that height and that difficulties terrain for 52 days walking, and 4 years of practice, 1 hour we should be able to sit in a comfortable place with AC or with air cooler or with fan. That man has resolved, I will climb, come what may. And many have died also. 2 principles please keep in mind. Swimming against the current, climbing against gravitation. This is the sadhana, tapas of meditation. So what is Shankara is telling? By constant meditation, nirantara abhyasta, not for few minutes, not for just a day or two, nirantara abhyasta. Evam atmaranam dhyanam, mathane satatam krite. Mathane means churning. The arane, the forest wood. Olden time they were not using the matchsticks and the matchboxes or the lighters. It was all churning. to friction of the wood. A wood which is really useful for the homakunda. Arni sticks. One will be a very thick stick and another will be like a plate, a thick wooden plate with a hole inside. They will be scooped out, correct area, measurement, and they will be churning. And they will keep a piece of cotton or a piece of cloth in that hole. And as they are churning, what happens? There will be friction, there will be sparks. There will be sparks coming out from that mathana. And that cloth takes over. It gets lighted up. And they will carefully, with mantras, with concentration, with devotion, they will take that fire and light up their homakunda. But churning, Shankara is using the example, ancient Vedic example, Karmakanda. Dhyana mathane satatam krite. See the word used, satatam krite. Uditama gatirjvala. Kindle the flame of knowledge. Sarva gnanendhanam dahet. A beautiful word. All the ajnana, all the ignorance is burnt to ashes. Dahet. It burns up the fuel of ignorance. Power of knowledge. In the 4th chapter, Krishna tells to Arjuna, there is nothing as purifying as knowledge in this world. And he says, because of the gnana puta, the fire of knowledge, many have attained to the highest. Bahavo gnana tapasa puta. Krishna is telling, bahavo, many, innumerable numbers have attained, need not be upset. They have led the path. Iti shushrumadhirana. I will follow the path of these people by listening to them. They have laid the path for me. Bahavo. Gnana tapasa puta. Puta means fire. So that is what Shankara is hinting here. The sacrificial fire was kindled by the rubbing of two pieces of wood, one placed on the other. The mind is compared to the lower place, lower wood. The buddhi to the higher wood, on the top. So churn. Chilakala bhaga. Nice mathana has to be done. All that dross, all that dryness, all the foolishness, everything should be thrown out. Lust, greed, jealousies, put it in that fire. So meditation is the friction. That is to say, meditation is intense thinking upon Atman as Brahman with the help of the repetition of the symbol Om. Om takes you forward. Pranavo dhanuhu sharohi atma brahmatal lakshamuchyate apramattena vettavyam sharavat tanmayo bhavet. The shara, that is your atma, will become one with that Parabrahma, Paramatma. What is the process? Apramattena vettavyam. By a steady, deeply concentrated mind. Release the arrow at that point. Tanmayo bhavet. It has to go to the goal. So, evam atma aranau. Thus, in this manner, evam, in the arani of the self, dhyana mathane sadatam krute. Meditation is done constantly as churning in the arani. Udita avagati jwala. In the fire of knowledge that arises. Sarva ajnanaendhanam dahet. The entire fuel of ignorance, doubt, misconceptions, karmas, kusamskaras, whatever is in the subconscious mind also, in the different corners of the subconscious mind, dahet, they will be burnt. So we get to know by practicing of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, which is equal to Gnana Yoga. Practice any skill. Let us become, if we take it to Vyavaharika reality, to the Samsarika reality, to the career reality, to the business reality, whatever, everything is Saraswati for us, which gives us knowledge. But our selfishness, our ego, our desires make it only just external, limited success, limited knowledge. With that business knowledge or technical knowledge or scientific knowledge, we can attain the highest. That has to be having a purified mind. That is the rule. That is the principle. So the benefit of Gnana Yoga is what? Internal transformation. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Narayanayati samarpayami, says the Bhagavatam. Here in the Advaita is this one, you offer it into your own self. Atmaniyeva samarpayami, offer it into that. The fire of knowledge. So this doesn't happen all of a sudden. It's not a flash, it is not a magic, it is not just suddenly in the cinemas or in the flashlights you can show, suddenly somebody is awakening. No. It is by constant practice, churning the Arni for fire. That is why Shankara, since he is connected with the Karma Kanda also, he saw people doing it, he is giving us the example of a Vedic ritual. Arani Mathanam. Arani Mathanam is a process of generating fire for a Vedic ritual. This has a small scooped out portion in the center. The Yajamana or the priest, the main priest, he churns the rod using a rope. The friction creates sparks that is caught on dry grass or coconut fiber and transferred to a homakundam. This is called Arani Mathana. And that same principle, Shankara says, should go in our mind. The lower one, the plate, the plank of wood is called Adhorani in the Vedas. Adhorani. And the upper one which is used for churning, it is called Uttara Arani. The base and the rod. By this process in Gnana Yoga, the Gnana Agni is generated. One Arani is a student with a stable mind. What is the stable mind? The base. And what is the churning that the student does in meditation? Repeating the Mahavakya. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Pragnanam Brahma, Sarvam Kalvitam Brahma, ityadi. So by constant repetition, you are churning the mind. The student churns himself after Guru Upadesha. As I said many times, here and there, the ancient Gurukula system was first, the student was made to churn the mind, awaken the buddhi. Then that awakened buddhi is kept in knowledge or searching for knowledge. Very easy for them to memorize the Vedas. Very easy for them to do the agriculture, take care of the cows, the farming, cooking, warfare. Whether Rigveda times or Atharva Veda times, Samaveda time, Rigveda time, any time. The masters of nature. Because their buddhi was constantly awakened by this journey. Thousands and thousands of times they have to repeat the Gayatri mantra. Body gets heated up. That is tapas. And by that heated body, the samskaras are burnt in the subconscious mind. Vasanas. There is a very beautiful example in Bengal, a story of a zamindar who was having a lot of money and enjoying the wealth in different ways. But he had become old, 65, 70 years. So one day he is going in the palanquin on the bank of the river Ganga. It was about sunset time. Then the washerwomen, their daughters and all will helping their father in washing the clothes, drying the clothes. And in olden time they were not using firewood, they were using the banana pith for the ash. And that ash was used for like a detergent. And as the sun was setting and the palanquin is going forward, Zamindar is sitting and enjoying the cool breeze. He heard the washerman's daughter shouting, calling her father, "Oh father, Baba, it is already sunset. When are you going to burn the banana plantation? When are you going to burn the banana trees, plants?" And that struck the Zamindar's mind. Good fellow, but enjoying. Forgot that he has to do sadhana. He stopped the palanquin, got down, and second time that girl shouted, "Baba, already sunset." According to the Bengal tradition, after sunset they should not burn the plantain trees for ash. It's already sunset time. When are you going to burn the plantain trees, banana trees? He took it in a very spiritual way and said, "Sunset time of my life has come. When am I going to burn my mind?" And then and there, like Buddha, he removed his clothes, put on one white chaddar, removed the shoes, removed the jewels, put it in the palanquin and told, "You people go, I am going in search of truth." And he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciple, Rai Ramananda. So that is what we have to think about. These stories will trigger off, kindle the fire. So he says here, the Guru churned the mind of the student with the help of the Mahavakya. So for Rai Ramananda, that girl, that washerman's daughter, became an indirect Guru. She helped him to follow the spiritual path, not the worldly pleasures, because he is already old. So the Guru is churning the mind. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Go on repeating it with the meaning, with the concepts. So in the process, what will happen? What is the benefit? Ignorance is offered along with the varieties of confusions in the fire of knowledge. And ignorance of Vivek, of our real nature. Why our ignorance? Because of ego and the lust and the avarana. Everything is burnt. All the confusion, the worries about prarabdha, about samsara, everything is burnt. This is the first phalam, the first fruit, the first benefit of Gnana Yoga is Ajnana Nashaha. How will the Ajnana go? By this churning. Swami Ramakrishna ji, Sri Ramakrishna's direct disciple, says, ignorance, if you know that you are, about ignorance he says, if you know that you are eternal and indestructible, then you are not the body, you are the spirit. And that self is beyond the reach of Maya. The self is one with God. If you can identify yourself with this real self, capital S, with the Atma, and throw away your little self, the Ajnana and the ego, then you can go beyond the dominion of Maya. And this path is known as Gnana Marga. First is the Shravana, listening from the Guru, and the Shishya will go home and do the Manthana inside, Manana. I am the Atman, I am the pure self. Then he will go again deeper into meditation. After thinking, After absorbing the spirit, he will go into meditation. Then the path is known as Gnana Marga. So with this churning example of Arani, of the burning of the ignorance, we will go into the next shloka, shloka number 43. Please repeat. Arune neva bodhena purvam santamase hrite. Arune neva bodhena purvam santamase hrite. Tata avirbhavedatma swayamevamshumaniva. Tata avirbhavedatma swayamevamshumaniva. Arunena iva bodhena. That is the first sentence. As by the Lord of early dawn, so too it is by knowledge. Aruna Udaya. Before Surya Udaya, there is something called Arunodaya from 4 o'clock onwards. Before that, from 3 o'clock onwards, Brahma Muhurta. Then Arunodaya. The charioteer of Surya Bhagavan is Aruna. So he comes in the beginning, a beautiful view in the eastern horizon, a orange colored, a golden colored view. Slowly, that is the signal, that is the hint that Surya Bhagavan is rising. Aruna Udaya, Arunena Iva Bodhena. Early dawn, not the main dawn and after Surya Bhagavan after 5 o'clock, 5:30 or 6 o'clock. In summer it is early. Purva san tamase hrite. The former dispels, the knowledge dispels the darkness existing before dawn. Agnanam will be reduced, will be dispelled. Swayameva amshumaniva. Before that, tat avir bhavet atma. So too, ignorance is dispelled when the self atma rises. Swayameva amshumaniva, of its own accord. Swayameva prakashaha. Swayam prakasha atma. Swayam prakasha suryaha. Just like the sun of its own accord, the gnana is dispelled. Again, another example of nature mysticism, it is called in Christianity. Connected with nature. Shankara is, because he was always in that meditative state, traveling in the Himalayas or in different parts of the country, he is taking the examples from nature, from the Homakunda, etc. So that we will be able to relate the meditative awareness with nature. So here the summary is this. The Lord of early dawn, Aruna, himself has already looted away the thick darkness which has engulfed the entire universe. The thick darkness just before the sun rises. Already he has done enough work to remove the thick darkness. So the divine consciousness of the Atma, Atma Gnana, rises when right knowledge has already killed the darkness in the bosom. As Sri Ramakrishna's example, we quote again and again, a room is dark, thick dark. You want to see what is the condition of the room? There is no electricity, no wiring, no bulb. You will take a candle inside. Or you take a oil lamp inside. Or you take a torchlight inside. The moment you light up that, darkness has gone. It doesn't take even 10 seconds for the darkness to go. Instantly. The room was dark for 10 years. So the knowledge of Atma, Atma Gnana, Atma Bodha will help you to remove that darkness. So Surya Udayaha, when the darkness is destroyed by Aruna, that is early morning sunrise. I personally feel it is between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Just get up and see if you can get up. This is the problem. Have to get up. Both, sleeping. Be one with nature. The birds are awake. Get up and have a look. And then that is the time for meditation. Quickly finish your work. Finish your ablutions and sit to remove the ajnana in the mind. Aruna Deva is helping us. Then Surya Deva will give you the blessings. Surya Namaskaram you can do nicely. Adityaya Namaha, Bhaskaraya Namaha. Asanas also you can do. All the 12 asanas will have Surya Namaskarams. So, destroyed by Aruna, early morning sunrise or the nocturnal darkness. Now put it into our life. In the Antakarana, the mind stuff, there is the darkness caused by ignorance. The Gnana Vritti. What is the Gnana Vritti? Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, or Neti Neti. It's a Vritti, it's a wave. It's like an injection. Go on repeating. Be sure of it. Concentrate. The Gnana Vritti or the systematic study of Vedanta or Atma Bodha, self-knowledge, or Tattva Bodha, or Viveka Chudamani, or the Upanishads, or the Bhagavad Gita. It is compared to the early morning rays of the sun called Aruna. Then the ignorance is destroyed. The Atman is experienced naturally. There is no artificial light, there is no other external light. It is a natural experience of Atma Gnana. The sun is effulgent, Swayam Prakashaha. Similarly is the Atman, which need not be illumined by any kind of external light. Aruna Deva, symbolizes the period of intense meditation. When the darkness of ignorance is being gradually removed. Don't sleep at that time. You can sleep later. Please get up. If you cannot get up, ask somebody to make you get up by pouring water on your head. As Sri Ramakrishna used to do to Holy Mother. The moment he will feel that Mother has not got up, along with Yoginma and Golapma, he will take a bucket of water and pour in on their bed from the door. Compulsorily they have to get up. Because Sri Ramakrishna is one with nature, is conquered nature, he knows the value of nature, value of meditation at the right time. As the process advances and the sky turns red and then orange, then it's a signal of the sunrise of its own accord. Everything bright. So the Atmagnanam rises in the mind in the form of what? Atma Kara Vritti. Vritti means again a kind of a wave, which is Aham Atma Asmi or Aham Brahmasmi. This is a vritti. Slowly repeat it. Or if you are a bhakta in the tradition of Ramakrishna Sangha tradition of Guru Upadesham, Guru Mantram, take that itself as a Mahavakya blessed by the Mahaguru, the Sangha Guru. He has put into your subconscious mind. He has whispered into you. He has heard you. He has blessed you. Get up and repeat that as a Mahavakya. The Veda Vakya. Tamas, the word used is tamas. Internal darkness known as ignorance, which is a thick ignorance, a huge bundle of ignorance, heavy weight, powerful ignorance, intense ignorance. You add adjective after adjective. Ajnanam is so thick. That's why Shankara has used for his Bhajagovinda Stotram the title called Moha Mudgara. The moha is so thick, Ajnanam is so thick. He says we have to take a hammer of Bhajagovinda and nicely beat the skull. So, this one it is creating Maya. We're always in darkness. So it covers the self-effulgent Atman itself, you see. So thick. Swami Premanandaji says, another disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, about this ignorance. Man's life becomes fruitful only if he struggles to break out of this net of ignorance. Jagat Jala. Swamiji's word is Jagat Jala. The Jagat is throwing net after net, thick net. There is no way to escape. But there were two people who were not caught in the Ramakrishna disciple tradition. One is Swami Vivekananda himself, and another is householder Grasta the Bhakta called the great Naga Mahashaya. These two were never caught. Why Vivekananda was not caught? Because of his Atma Bhavam, Atma Gnana. Mahamaya went and tried to catch Vivekananda, tempt him. And Swamiji understood and magnified his Atma. It became so big, the net became small. He became one with the universe. Where will the net fall? So it lost. Vivekananda was never caught because of his Atmagnana. It went to Naga Mahashaya. He became smaller than the smaller and smaller than the smaller. Net was too big. He just surrendered. He became Anu. Vivekananda became Maha. Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Atmasya Janto Nihito Guhayam. Smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. So these two people were never caught. So Swami Adbhutanandaji, another powerful disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, says, man's real nature is covered by a dense cloud of ignorance. So all these Mahatmas speak in the same frequency, whether Shankara or Adbhutananda or Premananda. Covered by a dense cloud of ignorance. And consequently he appears to be something different. Limiting yourself, thinking that you are a man, you are a woman, you are this, you are that. That limitation, the barriers are created in the mind by ignorance. But that does not mean he has deviated from his real nature. The real nature remains. Since it is covered, that covering that darkness is taking you to wrong places or doing wrong things or clashing with somebody. But the nature remains. The Surya Udayam takes place. But continue with your sadhana. So how does this take place? Swayam Udayaha. Like a flame is there, a lamp is there in front of you, and you have covered it with a pot. What you have to do? Just remove the covering. And you don't need another flame to show this is that flame which I lighted 1 hour ago. It is already burning bright. Just remove the cover. So it is evident by itself. So here in this shloka, tamase hrite has been used by Shankara. Tamase hrite. Last two words of the first line. Aruneneva bodhena purvam tamase san tamase hrite. Read san tamase hrite in two phases, in two sentences here for clarity. The first one, please read bodhena tamase hrite atma avirbhavet. Bodhena, it is all there. Every word is there in this sloka. Please read carefully. Bodhena tamase hrite atma avirbhavet. When ignorance is removed by self-knowledge, Atma becomes evident. Next, second time you have to read tamase vrite. Arunena tamase hrite amshuman avirbhavet. Arunena tamase hrite amshuman avirbhavet. When the darkness is removed by the early morning rays of Aruna, the sun or the main deity will reveal itself. Amshuman avirbhavet. Amshuman is another name for Surya. Aruna comes, removes the darkness, and the sun rises. In the first one, bodhena tamase hrite. When ignorance is removed by self-knowledge, by bodha, atma bodha, atma avirbhavet. In this way, we understand shloka number 43. Other shlokas we'll take next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. From today we will chant Purnamadha also. It gives weight to the shlokas. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.